Octavio is a seventh grader brimming with creativity. Everywhere you turn in his house, it seems as if you are taking a look inside his active and artistic mind. Regardless of whether he is building large set pieces or giving care to small, intricate details, his imagination manifests in physical and phenomenal ways. He is constantly creating with his hands, and his mind is just as active designing useful household tools, like this Lazy Susan, to 3D print. All this creativity and hard work becomes even more apparent when you realize what Octavio has been through in order to discover how to express it. In a presentation in third grade, the ever-curious and inquisitive Octavio began to realize that he may have autism. His parents, who were shocked by his revelation yet endlessly supportive, gave him an Asperger kid book to help him on his journey of self-discovery. And journey is the only word that could accurately describe what followed. There are many traits he realizes he has that make him laugh, and many parts of his creative identity that he is proud of. The one shown here is his ability to multitask and think about completely different things at the same time, despite his mother's consistent yet gentle urging that multitasking is a myth. Here he's talking about the struggles he and his family faced to find a school that allowed them to express his creativity to the fullest extent. Octavio attends Hope Creek Academy, a school designed for children with learning differences that is filled with both laughter and learning. But school wasn't always an enjoyable experience for Octavio and his classmates. Many of them come from learning environments that weren't conducive to their learning pace and style. For children like Octavio, the public schooling system can often be a frustrating experience. In an environment where class sizes are large and individualized learning is hard to find, many students develop anxiety over learning and become disenchanted with their academic passions. At Hope Creek Academy, however, the teachers reach out and teach each student in the way that works best for them. Genuinely caring about the progress and success of their students, the teachers work closely with Octavio and his class to help them see their learning differences as strengths. While learning at his own pace, Octavio studies complex topics. Through Hope Creek Academy, he has discovered his interest for math and history. Extra care is taken by the teachers to ensure that the students can work together to help each other and learn in the company of others. The resulting educational environment is one of comfort, where the students are free to grow both academically and socially. At home, Octavio loves using his 3D printer. However, for Octavio, learning doesn't stop at home or in the classroom. Every Monday, he attends a social skills class with instructor Solomon Kobes. Mr. Kobes encourages Octavio to express himself artistically, as seen here with Octavio showing him his newest creation. Mr. Kobes also pushes all the students to support each other and be enthusiastic about what they are doing. They work as a group to develop their social skills, and over the 3 years attending these lessons, Octavio has learned to excel at this. Now that he has the ability to learn and express himself, Octavio uses it wherever he can. Both his mom, Karen, and his dad, Rolando, are there to support him every step of the way. Through music, Octavio has found an outlet of self-expression that pushes him to think and create to his heart's content. Every week, he attends piano lessons in his neighborhood with Mrs. Kramer. Once he arrives, Octavio and Mrs. Kramer get right to work on John Williams' Imperial March. Octavio is attentive and studious, writing in the dynamics for the piece as he and Mrs. Kramer see fit. Despite his enjoyment and eagerness to learn, his concentration is sometimes broken in expressive and comical ways. Yet his excitement over playing a Star Wars song is apparent, and he channels his energy productively. Octavio's dedication to music and his infectious enthusiasm spreads to those around him. For Mrs. Kramer, she appreciates and enjoys her lessons with him. On weekends, Octavio explores his passions for animation and design. He attends class with Miss Wendy and other students. Whether they are admiring pictures of her dogs, working to push Octavio's animation skills to new heights, or taking a break to relax and reflect on their progress so far, Octavio and Miss Wendy are fully invested in his artistic and personal growth. At the end of the lesson, Rolando comes to pick him up, with Octavio rushing to greet him. After a long yet enjoyable 2 hours, Octavio says goodbye to Miss Wendy. Octavio is a busy kid with an active mind that is always learning, creating, and growing. At the crux of this growth, he has a family who loves him and supports his creativity. His development and curiosity have always been their priority. And though he isn't the biggest fan of family portraits, he loves his mom and dad for all the support they give and will continue to give him throughout his life.